What's up and welcome back to my channel, the best place to learn about mindset and motorcycle tips to get you confident and comfortable so you can live your very best life. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about motorcycle essentials to take with you when you go for rides. So what exactly do you need to bring? Why would you bring it? Why don't you want to get caught on two wheels without these essentials? So you might be watching this video and maybe you just got your motorcycle license and you want to start going for rides. Or maybe you've been riding for years and you just want to see if there's anything missing that would make your riding experience better. Well, you are in the right place, my friends. The essentials that I'm going to talk about in this video are all tried and tested. They are things that I've figured out after thousands and thousands of miles of riding. And it is my hope that these will help you go further faster on your own journey. So let's dive in. The first thing I want you to never leave home without is a tire pressure gauge. So this humble tool is what stands between us and unsafe tires. So your tire pressure gauge can be used to check that your tires are at correct pressure every time you ride. So the correct tire pressure is going to be labeled on the side of your tire. So make sure that when you pump it up to exactly the number specified. So check your tires before riding when they're cold, when the rubber is cold, to ensure that you're getting the right reading on the tire pressure gauge. So this is what it looks like, and you're going to attach it to the valve essentially, and it's gonna like blow the air out this side and push this white thing out, telling you what the PSI is. So that's how it works. You can pick one of these babies up at any of your local auto parts stores for about $5 to $10. And it's great because they are so tiny. They store really easily in saddlebags or in a fairing or in your backpack. I actually carry mine with me everywhere I ride. I store it in a compartment in my fairing to the left side of my handlebars. And I kind of keep it in like this little compartment here. It's just like a little purse I have all of my essentials in that relate to riding motorcycles. And apparently I keep candy in there, so always do that. And then you'll never be wrong. So the reason I do this is because over long distances, which I tend to ride the most, tire pressure can change a lot. So every time I ride, I want to be prepared to check my tires if I need to at the end of the day or first thing in the morning. So the other thing about having correct tire pressure is that it's going to ensure that your tires have maximum grip on the road, which is going to keep us upright and is going to keep us safe. So the second thing you never want to leave home without is your toolkit. So check your motorcycle for a manufacturer's toolkit. It should come with your motorcycle and be stored away somewhere in like a cool little nifty compartment. So you might need to search a little bit for it. On my BMW, my toolkit is actually stored behind the tail light. So I thought it was under the seat, but that's where I keep the puncture kit. It's actually sort of behind the tail light in its own compartment, and I have to lift the seat up to get to it. So in my Suzuki Dual Sport, it's stored to the left of the saddle, and it's positioned behind the battery, kind of on the outside. So a toolkit will save your butt if you need to do any tune-ups or troubleshoot anything on your motorcycle while you're out on the road. And it's going to come with all of the essentials, so just make sure all the tools are in the toolkit. I want to show you real quick what my BMW one looks like. I pulled this out before. It's pretty heavy, but it's really comprehensive. So it comes like rolled up in a cute little package, and then it's pretty big. So it's got all the stuff there, everything that I would need for like a quick fix. And luckily I haven't needed to use it yet, but you know what? I'm super glad that I have it with me just in case. So the third thing you want to bring is going to be your puncture repair kit. So on both my motorcycles, I store puncture repair kits. just in case I ever need to repair a flat tire when I'm out on the road. So again, these come in kind of small packages, so make sure that you know where it is and just kind of look on your motorcycle for a place where you can store one. So luckily I haven't had to use any of mine, though a couple years back I was doing some off-road riding in side-by-sides here in Minnesota, and we punctured a tire on our machine in the middle of a densely forested state park. So needless to say, it was a pain in the butt getting back to town, and we had to find a store that was open that sold tire puncture repair kits. Not an easy feat in, north central Minnesota. So we eventually found one, and hours later, half a day later, we repaired it and we were back on the road. So carry these with you, especially if you're going somewhere remote. And I want to show you what mine looks like for my BMW. So keep in mind that it's like 30 years old. I really need to get it updated. But so you've got kind of the cartridges there, and then this piece of metal is where you put the puncture, like the piece of rubber in and pull it back out. But what's really cool that I just love about all my BMW stuff is that my bike is model 1992. So it was actually made in West Germany, and it says made in West Germany on a lot of the gear that comes with the bike. So the fourth thing you never want to leave home without is your insurance card. So in Minnesota, where I live, we need to carry proof of insurance at all times. So I keep my little insurance card with me, and I store it in my fairing in my BMW in this cute little purse that I have with all my essentials. So that's my insurance card. It's just something that I print offline, and it's really simple and easy to do this, and it's just a good way to make sure that I'm prepared in case I get pulled over or in case I need to report a crash to my insurance company. I have all the phone numbers, all the details that I will need. So the fifth thing is a kickstate plan, a kickstate plate. So I don't know about you, but my BMW leans over a lot, like substantially when it's on the kickstand. It also has a center stand, but that's not always practical to do, like if I'm just kind of going in the store for 5 minutes or whatever. So I typically will put it on the kickstand, and I'm talking like a 45-degree angle or something. It is like substantial. But what this means is that there's going to be just a lot of weight on the kickstand, and that's going to bear down onto the asphalt, onto the concrete below it. So the guy that owned the motorcycle before me welded a small square plate to the bottom of the kickstand to stop it from digging into the ground and potentially falling over. And I carry a basic kickstand plate with me everywhere I go to prevent it from digging into that asphalt and tipping over, especially common on really hot days when the asphalt's like a little bit soft anyway from being in the sun. Can be something to look out for. So my kickstand plate is actually an old license plate that we had lying around the garage, and it works really well. And again, I store it in my fairing with my other stuff. So I want to show you what it looks like. It's just like a yucky old license plate. You'll see the bottom is like pretty scratched up, but you'll see the front. So this is where I put the kickstand. Like it's pretty bent up, which shows you that I actually need it because my motorcycle might tip over otherwise. You can buy kickstand plates, or you can get them from a dealer or a motorcycle supply store for really cheap. So if you don't have like a DIY piece of metal laying around at home, this is something that would be like a piece of like an actual kickstand plate that you would get from a dealer or a store or something. So if you do a lot of off-road riding or motorcycle camping where the terrain is like mostly sand or loose gravel, another great option is to actually use a rock to place that under the kickstand, or alternatively, you could even lean your motorcycle up against a tree. So I actually did this when I was riding around Hawaii for my honeymoon, and it was super effective. So that is always available to you if you are kind of short on options. Okay, so there you have it. Those are my top 5 essentials for bringing with you every time you go for a ride. So at this point in the video, I've shared what to bring on a motorcycle, how to store motorcycle essentials, and why it's important to be prepared every time you go for a ride on your motorcycle. And I invite you to comment below on which of these resonates most with you. Let me know which one that you are going to try next time you go for a ride. And being prepared for life on the road is really just one way to get started riding motorcycles. So if you haven't already, I want you to sign up for my free guide on how to go from a non-rider to a badass biker babe, and I will put the link in the description box for you below. So if you need more help stepping into your power and helping kind of get started riding motorcycles, then I invite you to check out my group coaching program where I help women with everything they need to know to live their dream life. So if you haven't noticed this already, I post a ton of content about mindset and motorcycles to help women realize their full potential. So while you wait for my video next week, make sure you watch these other 2 videos. I promise they won't disappoint. As always, you know that I love you. I appreciate you. You have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.